are listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode, which is inspired by a review I read from Dawson, who writes, I've been interested in LOA for years, but it wasn't until I started listening to this podcast a couple weeks ago that I felt empowered to actually start experimenting and practicing. Yay, Dawson! I so appreciate how accessible this podcast is. The content is practical, digestible, and encouraging. Plus, no ads, excessive self-promotion, or to hear the last 3 steps, sign up for XYZ. Oh my gosh, people do that? I've gotten so much value out of these episodes. I'm getting teary-eyed reflecting on it. I highly recommend this podcast for self-education or just vibrational tune-ups. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Thank you, Dawson, for making my day with that review. It inspired me to sit down and record a new episode for you. So, yeah, here's what's been on my mind lately. You know how... Look, conscious creators know this. I'm thinking about the question, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Okay, which comes first, the thought or the reality? Conscious creators know that reality comes from our thoughts. So we know that reality doesn't change until we have the thoughts that match that. So we got to lead with the thoughts that are in alignment with the reality that we want. And yet, I sometimes see even savvy creators who are trying to manifest change out there in order to feel better in here. That isn't how it works. We got to find a way to feel better first. Our thoughts and feelings are intimately connected. So when I say feel better first, that just means find a better thought. Find a thought that feels better. Because when you do that, when you feel better, now you're a vibrational match to things that you wanted. So I know this. I practice this pretty well myself. But every once in a while, I find myself wanting something that isn't happening, and I wish that it would happen so then I could feel better. In fact, it's Abraham that teaches the only reason we want anything is because we think we'll feel better when we have it, which also means that the way for us to get that is to find a way to feel better. Right here, right now, first, before anything changes. Find a way to feel better. That's how we're a match to everything that we want. But what we really wanted just was to feel better all along. So, you know what? How many years ago, I wrote a post. I got so many emails from people asking, could I help them get their ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend back, that I wrote a post so I could just reply with a link saying, that's the voodoo I don't do. And I had a big, long explanation about why. Yeah. Okay. And then recently I found myself doing the voodoo I don't do. I said that I don't do. I did it for my own self. Oi, not proud, but here's how it was going down. So, I just had a guy I really, really, really liked him so much. And then one day something bad happened. And didn't look like I was ever going to hear from him again. And that didn't seem very right to me. Did not seem right at all. So, I spent a couple days, feeling the feelings, making peace, reminding myself why that was for the best, this, that, and the other. But by the end of the week, I still didn't like it. I just wanted to hear from him. I still wanted that. Just like those clients who write me saying, how can I get, it's not like I just wanted, all I wanted, look at me trying to justify, all I wanted was to hear from him, a heartfelt, genuine, authentic text. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to hear something nice from him. It's not like I wanted him to drive all the way from Albuquerque through the middle of the night to propose marriage to me. That's what happened after I manifested that I would hear from him. I just decided I'm going to hear from him. I'm going to give myself what I want. I just want to hear from him. So I practiced the feeling of hearing from him. I did. Just the satisfaction of that's what I wanted. So I imagined that he did, and I imagined how it would feel. Within 1 or 2 hours, sure enough, I got a really sweet text. That's my bad example. I'm not proud of that one, but that's my bad example of being willing to feel it first before it happens. I gave myself the satisfaction, the relief, the enjoyment of hearing from him before he ever wrote me. That's what imagination is for. But you know what? We don't even need to use our imagination. We could use our memories. We've had that happen before. You can recall a time, or maybe you know someone else it happened to. You could just imagine what it was like for them. Or you could find some other reason to feel good, like, oh my gosh, take the neighbor's dog out for a walk and watch the two puppies play together. Oh, I mean, there's so many ways that we can practice feeling better before anything changes, but that's what's required in order for something good to happen. We got to find a way to feel better first. So anyone who's doing that routine where you're like wanting to manifest a job change or a new romance or weight loss or more money so that you can feel better, you're going to want to rethink that approach, because we can only get what we already feel. So if you're counting on things to change in order to feel better, you're stuck in limbo. No matter how good your manifesting skills are, your external cannot dictate your internal state. You can't manifest something out there to change how you feel in here. That's always your job. I know this from personal experience. You've heard me talk about when I was building my practice and I was super stressed out and I wanted clients. And so I just focused on clients. In all the ways I focused on having clients. And sure enough, clients came, but I was still stressed out. Instead of being stressed out at my job or stressed out, I didn't know whether this whole coaching thing would work, or stressed out. And then I was stressed out because I had too many clients to work with. It was even my biggest dream coming true didn't change how I felt in here, because all I had been practicing was stress. I hadn't practiced enjoyment or satisfaction or success. I eventually figured that one out. I'm just sharing so that someone else can shorten their learning curve from my experience of it. So it's worth remembering. You're not stressed out because of your finances. You're stressed out because of what you think about your finances. Or you're not upset because your love life isn't working out. You're upset because of the story you're telling about it. It isn't your physical health that's making you worried. You've got this, right? It's your thoughts that are making you feel that way. Our thoughts are responsible for how we feel, not our reality. Changing the reality so that we can feel better is not what conscious creation is all about. We got to know how to give that to ourselves first. Because a new partner can't make you happy, and a new job is going to feel suspiciously like the old one. Eventually, maybe the first week or two will be fabulous, but pretty soon you're going to go back to feeling how you usually feel. So we want to practice usually feeling better, because that's the only way we're ever going to get there. A bunch more money is just going to expand however you've been feeling about money, by and large. So if all you've been practicing is dissatisfaction or anxiety or resentment or loneliness or whatever, there aren't enough clients or pounds lost or book sales or I love yous from hot new love interests to change that. We've got to practice feeling however we want to feel, however we can. You can, again, use your imagination or draw on a memory of it or someone else's experience of it, or just find a different way to see the current reality. Just get a different angle on it. You know, that's an appreciation practice. What's going right here? That in itself can fix some things. Or sometimes it's actually doing something, like taking a walk or a nap or listening to a song in order to feel better. But the point is, our power lies not in changing things out there so that we feel better, but rather finding a way to feel better now. That's what changes things for the better. But the feelings have to come first. And that's just a matter of thinking better feeling thoughts. So for anyone who's wondering how to feel better before anything changes, you can ask yourself that question. What would give me relief right now? Or what would feel better next? Or how can I relax about this? Whatever answers you get, that points the way to dreams come true. And if you want to give a really powerful instruction to the universe about how things are for you, just start feeling now, however you'll feel when you have what you want, like hearing from that sweetie that you really wanted to hear from. It's that simple. All right. I hope you got some sort of inspiration from this. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.